Good morning, Girl Scouts. If you were trying to find me at 10 a.m., I apologize. I had all the technical difficulties, and I'm glad that I finally was able to join you today. So again, my apologies for the delay. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes because they were probably trying to find me at 10. So we'll give everybody a few minutes to hop on. But I'm Layla Ahlers. I'm a program manager here at Girl Scouts of Western Ohio. Thanks for joining me in my home today. While you're hopping on, and I apologize for sounding sleepy. I've sounded like this for like 3 days now. If you're in Ohio and you understand the allergy struggle. If you are on here with us, do me a favor. Oh, somebody said they had a hard time hearing. Do me a favor and let me know if you are an avid journal writer or if you're checking us out just to get started. So I have been writing in journals on and off since I was a kid, but I just recently picked the practice back up. So I wanted to share what I've learned and some of the things I'm doing with you. So this workshop is definitely for all ages, but as I said, it's focused on writing, so you'll definitely want to have some writing skills. And if you don't think that best suits you, you can join me next week. I'm going to be talking about some creative journaling practices that aren't even necessarily connected to writing. So you can join us then. All right, okay, so we have a few people on. Good morning, good morning. Again, sorry for the delay. I've been panicking for the last 15 minutes, but I'm glad to have finally been able to join you. All right, so again, okay, so some of you are saying that you used to journal, yeah, like me. Some of you are occasional journals. I'm trying to journal every day, but I don't know, especially now, I feel like days go by and I don't even realize that happened. So, but journaling has helped me like keep track of the days. I don't know if anybody else is struggling with that. Cool. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna switch things. If you're wondering, yes, that's a bat. I get that question a lot. I decorate for Halloween, and every year it seems like I forget a decoration, and this guy got forgotten, so he's just hanging out with us now. And I'm going to move things over a little bit so I can see you all better and I don't forget anything. Okay, so as I was, good morning. So as I was mentioning, I love writing and I love to write in my journal. But even us, writing and journaling enthusiasts sometimes find ourselves stuck. So whether you're new to this today or revisiting or just want to find some new kind of prompts to incorporate in your journaling, I'm happy to have you guys today. So I happen to have been talking to a journaling enthusiast who is also a mental health professional, and she was sharing how journaling is such a great part of emotional self-care. So I thought, what a great topic for this Self-Care Sunday. So thanks again for joining me. And okay, I feel like I've heard from some people, so I think we're ready to go officially. So let's start with the basics. Find a journal or notebook that you want or that you like, and then make it yours. You can decorate it, you can add a little sparkle, you can personalize it with maybe some quotes or images that appeal to you. I'm pretty boring. This is my journal. It's pretty new. I've been writing in moleskin journals for as long as I can remember, but they used to all be black, and this one's a different color, so like that's jazzy for me. But like I said, it's new, so maybe I'll change it up or decorate it a little bit. We'll see. And it doesn't have to be, it can be a notebook of any fashion, or maybe you want to keep it online. There's actually some journaling apps out there. I just like the personalization of writing personally. It's not something I get to do often. I work on a computer 8 hours a day or so. And then I'm on social media, so I'm typing. So I just like to practice handwriting. It's not something I get to do as an adult very often anymore. Okay, so if you are writing in a journal, you need a handy dandy, super awesome writing utensil. I don't have my favorite with me. I just have this like generic pen, but I like that smooth, silky texture of like a good ink or gel pen. So that's my preference, but hey, maybe you like markers or crayons or colored pencils, or you like to write in color. I like black ink. I know I'm sounding really boring the more the more I go on. I like plain journals and black ink. Nothing wrong with that, right? Also, try giving your journal a name. Think of it like a pen pal. So when I was younger, I haven't given her a name yet. I don't know, maybe she's not a her. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I'm only 2 pages in. So I used to name my journal Audrey because I loved Audrey Hepburn and I loved the idea of being able to communicate with her and share with her. So my journal was dedicated to Audrey Hepburn, apparently. What are some other things to know before we get into the writing? I think those are some key things to at least get you started. I'm sorry, I keep moving you. Trying to find a good angle for you all and still be able to see the comments. So, what about like when you like to write? You know, some people, it's a daily thing. Some of you said occasionally. I like to write. I'm trying to write daily. I like to write in the morning so that I set my day with some sort of intention or just a reflection on how I'm feeling in the morning, just, you know, a mental check. And sometimes if I'm not feeling great in the morning, writing it out will help me kind of get through that and get my day started on a better foot. Or if I'm feeling great, I just want to write that and share that. Sometimes I'll write something that I'm looking forward to, and sometimes that's just like the really awesome leftovers I'm going to have for lunch, and sometimes that's like a cool event, and sometimes that's just getting excited to play video games with my husband. So it varies. And sometimes I share what I'm least looking forward to, because, you know, that happens too. But I try not to dwell on that too much. It's early in the day, right? And then at night, I try to go back and revisit that and you know, was that great thing that I was looking forward to? How did it go? And was that thing that I was dreading, was it that dreadful? Or was it as bad as I expected and I just want to talk about it? That's fine too. And then I see if there's anything else I want to add. Do know that I like to write, so I'm very wordy. I write a lot of words. But sometimes I don't have the time, so a bullet pointed list is also great. So that could be anything, like there's no rules, right? So it could just be a list of things I observe. So especially in the morning when my brain's not like ready to like really focus, I have a lot of just random thoughts going through my brain. So my journal entry in the morning might just be like, oh, I slept great, or I had weird dreams, or I'm hungry. What am I going to eat for breakfast? Oh, I need to let the dog out. Oh, the dog is really cute. Anything goes. Or maybe it's, you know, sometimes I wake up with songs in my head and it helps to like write that out. Literally anything that's going on in your brain. If your brain is like mine and it just moves 100 miles a second, then it's helpful to get that out so that you can move on with your day. I like to write about simple experiences. And this was advice given to me. So it really is just what I experienced through the day, or if it's a reflection from the day before, maybe it's something that is continually on my mind, or I just pick something I had from the day. Right now, most of my days are just meetings and dinner with my husband, so there's not like a lot of eventful stuff, but like today I might journal about talking with you all today because it's something I don't always do, and it's a fun experience. So I'll probably add that to my journal today. It could be that you had, I keep saying right now because a lot of us are still sheltering in place. But, you know, whether it's virtually or not, it might just be like, oh, I got to hang out with friends. So that might be via Zoom or that might be in person. And that's just something I want to write about because I want to remember it. And then This is really important to me, especially we're talking emotional self-care. I mean, you can journal for all kinds of reasons, but I'm really focusing on kind of what it does for that, that emotional support. Write what you feel. So sometimes we don't know what we feel, and that's okay, and you can write that. And if you're not sure what that is, sometimes it helps to do like a physical scan. So for just a second, close your eyes and do a physical scan. Is there any tension in your hands? Do you feel like you're at ease? Are you breathing okay? Like, does anything hurt? Just those physical aspects. You can open your eyes now. Those physical aspects will help us kind of tune into if there's anything emotional. So I know that if I wake up with my jaw really tense, sometimes I literally can't open my mouth. I know that there is probably some stress or anxiety happening. So I can then write about that and look into what's causing that. And that's kind of my next tip is write what you're feeling and then think about what led up to you feeling that way. Sometimes they just hit us and we don't know why we feel a certain way, but it's helpful if you write it out and then reflect on what happened before you started feeling that way. And if you're still not sure, that's okay. You can share that too, because then you might find some habits or eventually uncover some of those things that might make you feel a certain way. So then I would say, trying to keep my thoughts organized here. Talking to you guys right now is trying to be more organized than how my journal is sometimes. Sometimes it's just a hot mess of scramble of words. I also, this is one of my most important tips. For me, this has helped a lot, is finding balance. So my journal has become kind of a dumping ground for all my worries and stresses and frustrations, irritations. And though that is great to get off my chest, but then it doesn't leave me feeling great. It just it's nice to get it out there, but it doesn't necessarily resolve. And then my journal just becomes like this thing tied to negativity. And I don't really want that. So I try to keep things balanced. So a good way to do that is to, air those grievances if you have any, or concerns, or just things on your mind. But then I follow what was suggested to me. This little PTL is what the acronym is, proud, thankful, and laugh. So I started doing this at the end of either it is my journal entry for the day, or at the end if I wrote something that felt negative. And not that I can't feel negative, it's just nice to also remember that there was something positive through my day. So P stands for proud. So share something that you're proud of that you did through the day. And for me, I was proud that I woke up early and prepared to hang out with you guys today, even though my technology didn't feel the same. I'm thankful for this opportunity to hang out with you guys today, but also it's Mother's Day, so I'm super thankful for my mom. And then laugh. So P is proud, T is thankful, L is for laugh. What's something that made you laugh? I laugh a lot, but sometimes I forget. It's easy to get stuck in the negative. So maybe it's something small that made you chuckle or smile. And then I added an L for learned. So something that I learned through the day, a new experience, maybe it's a new word, maybe it was a hard lesson to learn, a fun fact, or maybe I read something. It can be literally anything. What is some sort of new information that you picked up on? Maybe you learned something new about a friend or somebody you know. And again, that PTL can be just a quick list. It doesn't have to be like paragraphs. That's what's great about journaling. There's really no rules. Sometimes mine's like 3 pages long, and sometimes it's like 4 lines. So if you're in a journaling rut, some of these are great tips, but also try revisiting some of your past entries. I even I've gone back to old journals that I kept and kind of looked to see where I was and versus where I am now. So that's kind of a fun thing to do, especially if you're just like if it's just not coming. Sometimes, we get stuck. So those are some of my key tips for you. I hope you found this helpful, and I would love for you to share some of your kind of journaling tips, or what are some other small things you like to add. I have a friend who likes to write down, actually it's my grandma. My grandma shared this with me. She likes to write down what she was wearing each day. And she keeps her journals mostly for travel. So she wanted to document everything that was happening when she traveled. So what she wore, what she ate, and then her experiences and how she felt about it. So I think that's a pretty cool practice. So I might have to add that into mine in addition to my regular daily stuff. It might be fun to explore that as well. So journaling has really helped me, like I said, find some balance when things feel a little just out of control sometimes. So I hope that is helpful to you. It's also just kind of a great creative practice. It gets your brain working and helps us really reflect on how we're feeling and how we react to that, which is so important. So with that, I'm going to close up our Self-Care Sunday 10 a.m. session. Thank you so much for joining me. I do want to say that I will be back next Sunday, May 17th, to talk creative journal practices, some of which may not even be involved with writing. So stay tuned. We're going to find some other ways to kick our journaling practice up a notch. And if you are not currently a Girl Scout, please join us. But if you want to find out more about what we do and how you can join us, visit girlscouts.org/join, and they can help connect you to your local council. And I think that's about it. Oh, and join us at 2 p.m. today to hang out with my coworker and friend, Rachel Wells. She's going to talk some more self-care. I think I heard skincare face masks involved. So I'll be tuning in for that, and I hope you are too. So thanks again for joining me on this Sunday morning, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. We're so grateful for you. Thank you, and have a great day.